Hey YouTubers, this is Cessnaace. My wife and I have heard for quite some time about this really awesome retro gaming store in southern Georgia. Now we've been putting off going up there because it's about an hour's drive from here, so naturally that's 2 hours round trip. But we finally broke down and went up there today and wound up spending a lot of money. In addition to a whole boatload of DVDs that I picked up, which I'll show in a separate video, I also picked up games for 8 different systems, and what I thought I would do is show them system by system. Now Marcus, X-File2708, and I are in the middle of trading our collections. I'm trading him my Atari 2600 game collection in exchange for his Sega Master System collection. But I couldn't help myself, Marcus. I just couldn't, because I never see Sega Master System games in the wild. Never. So I went ahead and picked this up. Time Soldiers, complete with Wee Little Winky. Manual. And I also picked up Vigilante, which sadly has been castrated. Now these are the only 2 Sega Master System games that I got. They had a whole lot more there, but they were titles that I figured, well, Marcus will probably be sending me, and I couldn't remember whether he mentioned these or not, so I went ahead and got these. Okay, next up, the NES. I'll start with the unlicensed NES games. First with Tengen. I have a whole mess of Tengen game cartridges already, and although I love this game, I couldn't remember whether I had it already or not, and since it appears to be in beautiful condition, I went ahead and picked it up. Clax. Tengen, by the way, was a division of Atari. Okay, this one I know I didn't have. Roadrunner, and it looks to be in beautiful condition as well. Okay, next up are the unlicensed games, most of which are from Camerica. They come in these gold cases. Micro Machines, and they have a dip switch to get around the third-party licensing chip in the NES. Okay, we have the Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy. We have the Ultimate Stuntman. As I mentioned, I've already got quite a few of these. I just went ahead and picked up ones that I didn't already have. B-52. I want to make sure it didn't say the B-52. Okay, next up, Bible games. I've only got one so far. Well, I only had one so far. Picked up Joshua. These, of course, are notorious for being horrible, so that's why I wanted them. Now that, and I'm a completist. Bible Adventures from Wisdom Tree. Okay, and something that is really hard to come by, that's Color Dreams games. And this one is Master, Chew, and the Drunkard Hugh. Okay, next up we have, let's go to the Genesis. Arrow, the Acrobat. I think we're running out of time here, I'm moving too slow. Asterix, and the Great Rescue. Jewel Master. and Magic. Gates to Another World. This one is thicker than most. NHLPA Hockey 93. Complete. Sub-terminal. Tiny Toon Adventures. Buster's Hidden Treasure. Another thick one. Tony La Rosa Baseball. Complete. And we have World Series Baseball. Okay, next up we have the Sega CD. Chuck Rock 2, Son of Chuck. I've got this game on the Master System. And while I'm thinking about it, in a previous video I showed this one, and I said that you have to have the Sega 32X in addition to the Sega CD and the Genesis to play this game. Well, kind of true. There are cases broken on this one. Two different discs. One is the Sega CD version, and the other the 32X version. If you play the 32X version, you have to first load disc 1 before you can insert disc 2. The thing about these giant jewel cases is they're very prone to breakage. Speaking of which, moving on to Saturn, we have Resurrection Rise 2. You may not be able to see it, but it's got a crack in the case. There you can see it, for sure. This one likewise. Fighting Vipers. Okay, PlayStation games. Colony Wars, which is 2 discs. Razor Racing. Okay, Sega Dreamcast. Demolition Racer, no exits. And one that we had to get from my wife. We've got another copy, but it does not like being read by the Dreamcast, and we've had it resurfaced a number of times. So hopefully this one will be much better, as we both like this game. Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour. It's really cool racing inside the Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean, for example. Okay, and finally, GameCube games, and these two were picked up by my daughters. Barnyard, I think is what they're playing now. Yeah, what they're playing now. And finally, the Incredibles Rise of the Underminer. Like I said, I've got a whole bunch of DVDs. I'll put those up after this is done uploading. Until next time, stay awesome.